My friend gave me a 50cc minibike and it became very obvious very quickly that it just wasn't enough power, so I asked my main account on TikTok what should I do, and gave the options of a 150cc Lawnmower engine or a kitted out version of the original engine, and the choice was obvious. After 200k views on all of the videos put together, we went for the Lawnmower engine. Now before we go any further with this, I have to say if you do have an option of any other engine, put that in, because this engine is not meant to do this, it's not good to do this. I did this because it was funny and content creation. It might work and it might blow up in the future because I still haven't run it through properly yet. So be aware that this is, not the best idea. Anyway, here's how I did it. So first thing you want to do is convert the engine to be able to run on its side. The first thing you want to do in that case is oil. You need to put a flicker on the crankshaft to flick oil so that the oil reaches the entire engine to stop it from seizing in the first 5 minutes of use. Now step 2 is actually getting it to fit within your shell. Depending on what bike you got, it's going to be different every time. You just have to kind of work with what you've got. For me, it was generally quite easy welding different bits into the frame that kind of just lined up with the holes on the engine, because the motor mounts aren't underneath anymore, now they're on the side. So you have to kind of work with that a little bit. We ended up putting 3 different mounts in that should hold it in whatever angle it kind of goes. We also had to cut the frame and extend it a little bit because we needed the engine a little bit further to the side so that the chain would line up with the sprocket behind. Now, step 3 is fueling. You're going to need to rotate your carb 90 degrees from whatever it was previously because your engine is now no longer in the same angle. If you're lucky, you might just have a tube entry carb and then you can just rotate your carb. I personally had to make a new support for the carb. Works really well. So now you've got a running engine in your frame, all that's left is the drivetrain. You're going to need a centrifugal clutch, a bigger chain, and a stronger rear sprocket if you're using a very small bike like mine. And that will be, I guess, in part 2 because I haven't even done that yet, but the engine itself does run. So again, I don't advise anybody to actually do this if you want a reliable vehicle, but I'm just here to say it does work and this is how I did it.